yeah, that's the good stuff. I let out a satisfied huff as I tossed the empty soda can into a corner trash bin. Trash bin? Trash bin. It joined its fallen snack comrades in the growing number of victims of my snack massacre. Once we obliterated the crab fuck from existence, Gordon finally allowed me and himself to partake in a snack on the workbench. Needless to say, I was hungry. While the human pecked at a singular bag of chips and a diet soda, I hosed down at least 3 or 2 full-power sugary drinks. All this fighting for her life sure makes a girl hungry. Yeah, but Gordon's like actually moving around. He doesn't want to do that on a full stomach. He might just throw up. Like, you're just sitting around, lady. Patting my stomach, I lean back in the harness with a happy hum. That's the spot. You weigh like 500 more pounds! Gordon, not too bothered or ignorant of the crumbs on his shoulder, gives an amused huff as he finishes up and tosses out his snack. As nice as the break was, there's still the standing mission to get the hell out of here.
Hey, do you think that guard is the key to the doors?
I ask as the human starts to gather his gear. Gives an unsure shrug, being just as in the dark about the guard, hopefully still outside as I am. That's a really awkward phrasing. I do like that. It's like, hey, Gordon, there are so many locked doors here. Surely someone has a key that goes to one of these doors, right? Because it is kind of weird.
I hope so.
It's also another reason why Black Mesa draws so much more attention to the amount of doors. It's kind of killing its own vibes in a weird roundabout way, you know. These were solved problems, and you just had to draw attention to them. Okay, let's go on. We're around the corner from the storage room. I'm relieved and a bit surprised to see a middle-aged human sitting in a folding chair with his head hung low. His head snap. Oh yeah, this is they're at the what is it called again? They're over at the dude who gives him a shotgun. His head snaps up as he probably makes at Gordon's footstep. You folks all set? It's impossible not to hear a deep emotion. I'll be buried in the man's voice. Gordon and I give a silent, shared nod, signaling to get a move on. Great, great. The guard pulls out his own gun and steps out of the fenced safe haven. Let's get the hell out of here. Gordon follows suit as I lay my arms around his back, carefully watching as we start to backtrack. Just say you backtrack towards the offices. Suddenly the guard frees up and spins up. Hold up a sec. I forgot something important. Before we knew it, the guard turns around and quickly hurries back. Curiously, I watch as he walks back over the fallen guard turned zombie, kneels down, and starts searching over his corpse. What's he doing? Is he looking for something? Maybe it's a key or whatever need to get through those doors. The emergency doors, they're probably like locked in some way. Via an electrical system. Let's see. Finally finding what he needs, he holds it in the air before him. I ask him to make out what it is as he quickly pockets it. Being satisfied, he rises to his feet and hurries back to us. Why are we giving this guy this much attention? Sorry about that. He lets out a few short huffs, sending one last look. Let's keep moving. Nodding, Gordon shoulders up the shotgun and starts following behind the guard. Slowly, the three of us backtrack through the office, making a minor stop along the way as the guard pauses to look at the carnage Gordon had left in the hallway earlier. He doesn't say anything, though, only letting out a quiet hum before carrying on. As we carefully press on, the two humans holding their guns, while I nervously look around for something trying to jump us. As we walk past the break corner, the radio continues its emergency broadcast, filling the air with staticky, robotic words. Cheese! The guard grunts, catching part of the broadcast as we walk by. I don't think those boys could have made a bigger mess. I look my eyes over to him. Not sure who he's talking about. Deciding it's best safe for later, I focus my attention on a pair of locked double doors from earlier as we pass the reception area. Gordon stops before them, turning to the guard and tilting his head in the direction. No, sorry, Doc. No, can't do. Those things are locked electronically from this side. You'll have to press the manual bypass on the other end. What? I suddenly shout, startling both humans. What the hell kind of place does that? My hands wildly stab outwards, waving in the air as I continue my rant. Seriously, I've seen nothing but workplace hazards. What kind of retard would do something like this? The ones that built this place. The guard, surprisingly calm and firm explanation, slams the door of my tirade hard. Look, I'm not happy about it either. Hell, I've seen my fair share of pretty iffy stuff around here, but it's been fine up until now. His eyes flick over to Gordon. As much as I'd love to do a union meeting right now, I'm all out of ideas. So, Doc, what about you? As Gordon starts to carefully pace around, I stay still in the harness, still kind of blown away about how fast and hard the guy had a response to me. Like, wow, okay, wow. Gordon's gloved hand quickly gets my attention. Looking at me, his gaze starts to gesture to something. At first, I'm confused by the motions, but with a few failed guesses, I have to put together what he's talking about. I have to put you down.
Why?
It's now I realize that we're standing next to the window of the flooded room. Raising a hand, Gordon points through the window at something inside. Far back, in the darkened room, a singular red light glows through the void. It's not that big of a room, buddy! There's a vent there. Does this guy have some kind of vent fetish? Hey, it's worked out so... Hey, you've been in one too, and it's worked well so far. Sorry, what's going on? The guard quips, walking over to see what we're talking about. He cranes his neck. Hold up, something is... Just have too fucking... Like, I literally pause it to be like, okay, I'm just gonna take a hot second there, buddy. It just does this to me. My life is cursed. He cranes his neck, looking into the room. Yeah, okay. Yeah. His gaze drifts to Gordon. Tell you what, you want to check that vent out? I'll just hang out here with, He looks to me for something.
Olivia!
I deadpan while squinting my eyes at her. I'll wait here with Olivia, in case it's a dead end. Gordon cranes his neck back to me, waiting for a response. I pucker my lips in debating thought. I'm really not getting any more open to the idea of being left alone, especially when it's some random guy who probably hates my guts. It's not like I have a choice, though. I'm sorry, Gordon. She just got pumped full of 9mm rounds. I don't know who did it, but it sure wasn't me. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, lordy-loo. Oh, lordy-loo. Letting out a heavy sigh, I cave in. Gordon walks over to the double doors and carefully lets me slip out of the harness. I settle in the corner between the door and the wall, a thin glass window offering a view beyond the current roadblock. Sharing a curt nod with the guard, Gordon hands out the shotgun to him. The guard blinks in surprise, looking at the weapon. I feel like killing Olivia is something that a less... Like a guard with a bit of a concern might do, because it's like, you're heavy, you're slowing us down. Gordon seems good at what he does. Imagine what he could do without you around, right? And I don't know who you are. You don't even live on this planet. Like, no one's going to miss you, Olivia. I know that's a heavy topic. I kind of would prefer to do it later, like after we've done the whole Zen thing and it's like so serious that someone might be that desperate, because that's not something you want to do early. You want it to feel like, yeah, shit sucks, we need every advantage we can get, and Olivia's a big disadvantage. So someone might just see Gordon as like this potential salvation, or at the very least be like, it's going to take forever if we have to take everyone else along with us. You sure about this? Gordon makes his palms press together, showing the vent is too small to have it with him. Sounds good, Doc. I'll be right here. Satisfied, Gordon sends one last look my way. I sit with my knees pulled to my chest, watch... Oh, shouldn't this place be, like, really cold? It was implied that this place is fucking chilly. Now you're pushing up against the walls? Watching behind a folded pair of arms atop my knees, the human gives a quick, empathic look and turns towards the office space turned deadly water park. Ka-ching! With a firm swing of the crowbar, the glass explodes inwards. Wait a minute, if it explodes inwards, that means it was broken from the outside. Olivia, he's doing that right now. There's no mystery to solve. What are you on? My eyes carefully watch as the human clambers into the room, vanishing out of view. Why do you have to look carefully? What is there to observe? The guard walks over, curiously watching on as Gordon does whatever he needs to do. A bit of metallic clanging from inside the room before everything goes quiet. Well, that's that. The guard walks over, to the oval-shaped desk, leaning against it as he places the shotgun behind him on the desk. I silently watch the human, not particularly in the mood for conversation. The sooner I'm out of here, the better, and by the human's inquisitive gaze, he's still pretty invested in me. No surprise, given probably some kind of alien to him. There's gonna be at least one person in here who's like inappropriate about it. I mean, there's already been one person that's been weirdly inappropriate about it. Scientific curiosity. I mean, someone who might, like try to infantilize her, be like, "Oh man, she's just a little guy." There, little guy, and they pat her full face, like just smack dab right in the middle. There, little bab. And someone who might be like, "Oh man, I get to have sex with an alien," and that guy, we throw that guy in the trash compactor. The world will not miss him. Maybe later, but if someone has a kink, that's one thing, right? I get it. It's the first time. You're a little closet scaly, but now is not the time. The very least you can wait until we're in the snack room and someone can slap you without consequence for being weird. Come on, have some wherewithal about your kinks, please. So, I know you said you're a baryonyx or something. I don't want to be that guy, but are you like an alien or something? Are you E.T. from the movie E.T.? My brow deeply furrows at the blunt question. The human literally couldn't try to get on my nerves any more than this. Instead of being asked if I just broken my legs or something, now I'm getting asked on what I am instead of if I can walk or not. What's with the guard here having no sense of tact? I wordlessly glower at the man, making sure the question isn't welcome. Miraculously, the moron seems to get my message as he lets out a nervous laugh, rubbing at the back of his neck. Thankfully, the room falls back into silence, to be a very awkward one. All this guy has to do is stay quiet until Gordon gets back, and we'll be okay. So, the older man starts scratching behind his head. My glaring only intensified. Sadly, it doesn't dissuade him. Look, I'm sorry about that whole deal earlier. Just been a bit on edge with all this, I'm taken aback by the sudden apology. Why would you be? Staying silent, I gently bob my head. When he's satisfied with my response, he clears his throat. It's just a lot for a guy to handle all at once. His words press against my mind more than they should. They weigh more on your mind. There's genuine honesty in his voice. An honesty that I rarely ever hear when people apologize. Usually it's because the teacher or parent forced them to, not because they actually meant it. Maybe I'm being a bit of a dick myself.
You asked what I was earlier.
The guard blinks at my sudden vocalization. Why are you putting it like that? Still probably not used to the whole idea that I can talk. Nodding, he stays silent, letting the figurative door open for me to talk. So I do. At least with some heavy restrictions. I told him everything. God, how do you manage? I know he just drank a whole bunch of soda, a bunch of sody pops, but that can't go that far. My world, how I went to high school, there's more Saurians, blah, blah, blah. I glaze over a bunch of details, but I think it's enough to make the guy not want to bug me anymore. All the while... Hold up. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm a jerk. Anyway, he's like, man, that's great. I love learning about other dimensions I'll never get to visit. I mean, it's kind of like reading a book, except the book is a person, and they have a lot to say. And they have little to say, ironically.
And now I'm here, I guess.
Anyway, she's like, oh, man. Wait, you're in high school? How old are you? 18. Kid, you don't look 18. You don't smoke enough. And more importantly, back in my day, kids graduated at 16.
Yeah, because you're like 100 fucking years old, buddy.
18. Oh, buddy. Oh, you're still just a kid, huh? Oh, no offense. I just thought I'd introduce you to my wife, but damn, now it's just awkward. He folds his arms, a concerned look drawing across his features. So you said you were in an art class and you just popped in like that? His fingers snap together, emphasizing his point. I slowly nod, getting an ejected sigh, shake his head. Man, that sucks. So you're a senior then, I guess?
Uh-huh.
I don't like where this is going. I love he's making small talk. What a goober. If what you said about where you're coming is anything, I'm guessing you got college and university of all sorts. So you got it picked out yet?
Picked out? Buddy, I know small talk, but don't talk about futures. Talk about the weather.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we are deep underground. I can't see the sky from here. Yeah, you know, the school you're going to be going to. Degrees, all that jazz. Yeah, she's like, wait, what? I'm half tempted to turn on one of the Undertale soundtracks. It's like, dun, like it's the dating start music. It's woefully inappropriate, but that's what makes it funny. Nick's only asks about this. Man, I can't believe I'm about to die to death turning into a zombie, but at least I can think about my college prospects. I should be thinking about it. I mean, you know, if you're in a war zone, it's not really on your mind. Pretty much halfway. I should have something figured out by now, right? I can't believe I got sent to another dimension and it helped me figure out my college career. All right. Feel small in the corner. It's pretty embarrassing that I don't have an answer. No. To my surprise, let's have a psh. Hey, I don't blame you. My senior year was pretty rough. Really didn't know where I wanted to go either. But imagine you're the kind of guy that grew up in a small town, right? He grew up in a small town, he saw the Black Mesa thing, and he took the one job he thought he could get. His gaze drifts off as he scratches his chin. Now that I think about it, I think that's why I ended up on the blue shift. It's called that not because it's the shift for blues. It's called that because he's wearing blue and red shift. Oh, God, fuck you. Clutter, clutter. All of a sudden, a blur of orange flashes in the corner of my vision. Thump! Out of seemingly nowhere, Gordon falls through the ceiling and slams into the tile floor on the other side of the red double doors atop a pile of crushed ceiling tile. Oh, this is like a weird part where you sound like, oh no, the floor! I scramble to the window, pressing myself against it as I watch the human's unmoving form. Gordon! I shout, pounding at the glass. Jesus! Doc, can you hear me? Both of us let out a heavy sigh of relief as he picks himself up off the floor. Brushing off bits of dust, he adjusts his glasses and looks over our way, giving a pathetic, albeit reassuring thumbs up. Not wasting any more time, he hurries over and swings the door open. This time I'm not in the crushing zone, at least. Way to go, Doc, although I think the landing could use some work. Man, even your delivery sucks. I cover the end of my snout, trying not to laugh at the human's misfortune. It was kind of funny. He fell out of the ceiling and totally ate shit. At least he's got a cool suit so he doesn't die from impact. That could have broken his neck. I won't laugh so bad. Yeah, smooth landing. Gordon rolls his eyes, though I can make out a faint whispers of a smile. It's like the whispers of a madman, except they're smilier. Crouching down and slinking to the harness, let's get going. If I can go the whole day without someone asking me, I'll be really happy. He's like, oh, you're 18. You're just a little baby. A little baby man. All right. Wait. All right, let's move. Our way out should be just ahead. Taking the lead, the guard starts making his way down the hall before coming to an abrupt stop. Wait, Joe, shoot. Hold on. Quickly pivoting on his heels, he hurries back to the receptionist desk. Yeah, let's not forget that. With a hurried swipe, he picks up the shock and hurries over. He's hurrying a lot, holding the firearm out to Gordon. Here, you'll be needing this. Gordon looks down at the weapon before him, throwing an unsure look at that guy. Go on, I know you HEV boys have to go through all the fancy weapons training. We just get the basics here. Wait, weapons training? Weapons training? I pressed down on Gordon's shoulder until I could see his face. Weapons training? Oh, wait, that's... All too familiar chirping. I can't do it. It's too high for me. You know? It's like... All too familiar chirping cuts me off as it echoes down the hallway. From the darkened end of it emerges a small army of four eager and primed to... Shit! The guard swears. Well, thanks for pointing it out. Shoves the shotgun into Gordon's hands, quickly drawing his own pistol. Watch out for those head thumpers. Bam, 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 bam. Go wayside. God damn it. I've been told that apparently the books are better. I was thinking of Bayside, if anything. The guard lets us bullets fly. Oh man, I mean at this point they're not that threatening, you know. I'm kind of like, yeah, I get it. I'm not too invested. Ah! I yelp out, my pseudo hearing protection. Man, get this lady some dang earplugs. Shouldn't the guards have some? I feel like that's the kind of thing they would give out to guards in a facility like this. You know, you're mostly in tight, crowded spaces, so like any explosion, like say from a handgun, they're gonna be extra bad. Like it's the kind of place you want to have earplugs. Also, because lots of things explode and are filled with weird science goop. You'd want some additional, like, earplugs are so cheap and easy to, like, just put in a pouch somewhere, right? Oh no, one of them's flying through the air. Anyway, Gordon's a cool guy, he dodges. The detective, like, man, I had my whole day planned around this. The shotgun lets out. Shotgun lets out a furious roar, which for some odd reason the spaz is capable of double barrel firing, which is not how that works. What I don't like about that animation, by the way, is that it's really slow, but it doesn't feel like the shotgun needs the time, right? It's just like Gordon's like, man, that was a big shot. I'm gonna relish the moment. Instead of there being a mechanical reason why it would take so long to reboot. I feel like the way you would make that work better, if you want it to be slow, it's got to be a bit more, gotta have that real punch. Or you could have it be slightly faster, but it's more inaccurate. Like the whole point is that he's quickly firing sporadically. I don't know, there's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just not happy with how it works right now. So very little time to celebrate as another moves. So anyway, it's a bunch of them. We're having a cool action sequence. It's a cool action sequence where we describe way too much garbage. Like, I know your action scenes. Like, this is like a couple of aliens, and there's like, you have sizable numbers. Gordon did more in a worse circumstance. Like, this is not a credible threat. He's already fought 4 of them in a surprise ambush, right? Burnt gunpowder. Unlike the unburnt gunpowder you so frequently smell. And sulfur fills the air. Where's the blood? Crabs are dead. Oh, man, I can't believe they taste like chicken. Jeez, mister, good work. That's why I said it'd be better in your hands than mine. Gordon gives the man a small nod of thanks. Ugh, looks like the cockroaches have competition. Oh, I can't believe it. It's probably like, finally, someone that can talk. Every single person I found down here is either mute or dead. It's really boring. I'm glad you like that. Come on. We got time to make up. Follow the guards. They run down. Man, I played this game too much further, so I'm a little bit... My brain doesn't quite know what this is. Like, I know approximately what happens, but, like, it blurs together so quickly. Because it's a really breezy game. You just go. So it's really easy to forget stuff. You don't play it, like, several times in a row and really drill it in. I mean, I could remember it if I saw it, I guess. If I, like, went through it step by step by step. But I think at some point... Yeah, this is where you have to, like, use the boxes to climb on the little ladder. Though I think in the remake, the ladder's just on the tiles for some reason. I guess it's because they didn't like the... They're like, oh, man, physics, get out of here. Anyway, it's a door, and it's got an exit sign. And you do open it from the other side, I think, later, if you want to. There's a lot of ability to backtrack, which is kind of cute. And the first time being here, blah, blah, blah. Weirdly enough, it's here. It's actual exit. It's freedom. Woo! Well, here it is, folks. Let's get the hell out of... Huh? The guard looks at the still closed door. What the hell? Why isn't this... I was just here, the guard yells, furiously working at the door. With one final fruitless shove, he gives up, letting out a dejected sound. Everyone's so dejected today. As he peers through the small window to the other side. They barricaded it. Figures. Hold on a second. I think there may be another way around. And he goes over, unassuming brown door. Thank God, let this one be. Damn it. Anderson didn't die for the slam. Oh, he kicks the... Does a little... Cops run. God dang. My foot! Why are these combat boots so bad at like, any amount of padding? Equally bad headspace. Man, I'm so mad about doors. Starting to sting less. So, now what? Is there another way around? Guard lets out a heavy sigh. I don't think so, unless you have any bright ideas. Do. Something clunked behind us, bordering hallway. Yeah, this is like the hallway where the, on the yeah, it's the fucking ceiling thing. Which, again, the original, there is a ladder, but it's such a weird ladder. I remember thinking of, like, a little later section. There's a moment where you have, like, a really awkward ladder. And there's also it's such a weird section of the game. And I don't know why Black Mesa tried to keep it in at all. Because it's like, no one is going to miss this, buddy. There's no one in the world who's going to miss that. All I'm at with is a boring hallway. All of a sudden, a rather large ceiling tile pivots from the rest, revealing a small ladder leading up into another crawl space. The word ventilation, wasn't it valve in the original? It's like a valve on it. Was painted on the wall of concrete just under the rungs. Looks... Oh, wait. Look, you seem to know a thing or two about vents. Go see if this leads anywhere. Gordon flicks the man a surprised look for a brief second. I'll be okay here. Just, like, open whatever door there is from the other side, you know. It's all you ever do these days. She reluctantly caves. I like how the one time you went through a fence because there are no backtracks from that. Like, you have to go through that little section on the pipes. Best chance of getting out of here. Once more, I'm removed from the harness. Man, you just got in that thing. For like 2 steps. What did that... Seriously, what is with that guy in vents? Not long passes, they sit in awkward silence. I forgot what the section is like. Mind the basically what a super tornadoes just see on TV. Man, you need to stop thinking. I can't shake the scene of the guard yelling the name Anderson. Was that the buddy he killed? Question repeats over and over. Matt coming back, try to smother something else. Who was Anderson? Who did we kill? Uh-huh. Wait, did I just think that or say it? Oh, crap.
Who was the guy that we killed? Your buddy.
What? We get a soundtrack for this part? Yeah, we need a soundtrack for the sad man. Nobody knows what it's like to be a sad man. Oh, it's Blast Pit. What a weird place to put that. Nobody knows what it's like to be the sad man. To be the Batman. The one that no one ever likes. What the hell? Oh, God damn it!
Who was the guy that we killed? Your buddy.
He stares at me with a rock hard expression.
I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, then we
The guy's name was Jeffrey Anderson. God, that's generic. Stare up at the guard, shocked and abrupt silence. With a heavy sigh, he walks over to a couch next to mine and drops into it like a rag doll. Removing his helmet, runs a hand through his hair with a sharp exhale from his nose. I didn't know him that well. I mean, I knew him, but not that good. The guard sinks into the chair, letting his head go limp and stare up at the tiles. He was a good guy. Nothing too crazy. He joined me and the boys whenever we went out on weekends. Hard worker. A hero. Looking a bit closer, curious yet worried to learn more. When he, was helping a bunch of scientists and maintenance workers out of here. Lazily, the guard raises a limp finger towards the blocked emergency exit. Hell, he was holding that door. It was that door he was holding open for everyone. And then, whoosh. Guard's hand spread open in the air in an animated show. More of those weird head thumpers showed up out of nowhere. We got a few of them, but his hands drift off as his arms drop back into his lap with a solid flop. One got through. His gaze silently bore into the human. My gaze bore... Why are you being so mean to him? Stop staring. As he closes his eyes, a tired breath slipping up. I'm not even sure I should show you this, but you're a kid stuck here. Pretty sure none of this matters anymore. Starts digging into his pants, pulls out a black leather wallet. I pluck it from his hands and fold it open. Oh, shit! Mm-hmm. The guard hums. Anyway, it's two pieces of plastic. One is with his name and the other... Like, this works really well if we gave a flying fuck about any of this. Like, for Olivia, this kind of works as an emotional keynote of, like, yeah, shit sucks, don't it? It's a Solaroid. Oh, god damn it. Of a human and another human. Man, I can't believe you married in your race, buddy. Like I said, was never too familiar with the guy, but I knew he had a family. Oh, he's got a kid.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
I'm an accessory to murder. You murdered a family man. Luckily, there's a family man. That man had a family. Have we robbed him from it? Go, God, all those other zombies. How many? I feel like this realization comes a little late. My hand grapples to the side of my head as I curl into a ball. Hey, don't think too much about it. He was probably gone before you guys came. Ever so slowly, I unfurl myself enough to meet the older man's gently wrinkled face. If anything, I think you did something good.
By killing someone?
By setting them free. He's a zombadamberino, you know? I silently look at the man with a mixture of horror and confusion, completely stunned into not knowing what to say. Whatever that thing did to him, that wasn't him doing any of those actions. Whatever that thing did to him, he wasn't him anymore. He was dead, and he became it. At least I hope so. I blink away for the briefest of seconds. God, I hope he wasn't alive under there. Horrifying memory of a zombie burning alive fills my mind's eye. Its screams echo throughout the hall, only seemingly heard by me. It wasn't just a monster screaming that. It wasn't some non-sentient thing crying out in pain like I first thought. It was a human trapped underneath. Aren't they dead? Hold up. Because I'm pretty sure they're dead under there. Hmm. There is no definitive answer. Well, I'm just gonna go with that. Like, who knows, right? You never fucking know. But she's like, oh no, it's fair that Olivia would take it the bad way, considering that she's used to a life of things being fairly straightforward. Oh God. Hey, if you hadn't killed him, I'd be dead. If I'm dead, I can make it back to his family and tell him he's gay? Tell them what happened. You're gonna only tell his husband, not even his kid? Come on, man. What the hell is there to tell? That he died a hero, putting the safety of others before himself. Somehow those words, all true, seem so hollow that ba 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 ba. What the hell? Ba 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 ba. Both of us jump in our seats at the sudden, very fast sound of gunfire coming from the fence. Oh shit! The guard jumps to his feet, grabs his helmet. Man, I shouldn't have taken that thing off. Now's not the time. Quickly suiting up, he grabs the nearby shotgun and hurries over to the locked door. Oh, no. Isn't there a turret section near soon? Yeah, soon you get to meet the turrets. They don't do much before you start getting a little mobile turrets, but it's kind of cute. There's more gunfire, this time sounding slower and more higher pitched. Hey, what's happening? What was that? What was that? I crawl over on the floor, blah, blah. God, I hope I'm wrong, but that's the automated security system. Automated security system? It's a sentry gun. That concept was established by them? Like, I know that the technology exists, but like the terminology is what I'm thinking about. What? Why the hell is there a sentry gun here? Floor squeaks under me as I settle onto my haunches and furiously wave my hands in the air. Are you guys expecting someone to... Yeah, as much as I'd love to have a philosophical conversation, I'm pretty sure your friend may die if he doesn't get help, so move! Looking at the stone wall of command, I back up slightly, still confused what the human's plan is. Slinging the shotgun onto his back, he takes a few steps back from the locked door and clasps his hand together. Okay, Smith, time to put all those years of high school football to good use. You can't do that! That's a sequence break!